Yo, what up, Dane?
Yo, what up, teeners?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good, man. Coming
Hi,
back to life.
everybody. Welcome back to life, sir. Welcome to the show, motherfuckers. Everybody here in La La Land with us. Yeah, we have our guest Jamie Lee coming on later tonight. This is Failure Made Monsters. Blah 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 blah. I think Dane has had enough going on this week. He doesn't need any more bullshit. We'll get into it. So before I ramble on, it's time to just cue the music. You know.
All right.
Represent the lobby, not the people. 4 years in a sequel. The bottom line is the bottom line. They represent the full, not the hungry. The NASDAQ, not the country. The bottom line is the bottom line. They represent the greedy, not the needy and seedy backroom dealings. The bottom line is the bottom line.
Ooh.
Billions and billions.
How many drinks did I have in Miami?
Hang on real quick. How much money is Melinda Gates about to make? Billions and billions and billions.
Big facts.
Just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Failure Made Monsters, episode number 37, 38, something like that. So time moves on. If you are new to the show, welcome. You can keep up with the entire stream, the live stream here on Twitch at Santa the Misfit or at Dane the Great, or of course on the Mainstream Misfits YouTube. And if you would like to join in, if you have any questions for us or just feel like telling us how wonderfully gorgeous we are, by all means, drop it in the chat on the side on YouTube and Twitch, and we will see it, and we will probably add it and then laugh at it because we both know it's not true. Well, Dane's gorgeous. I'm just a husk of a man.
Anyway. I don't think I'm that gorgeous now. How about
no,
that?
you're feeling the weekend,
bro.
We'll get into it. Into it.
So wait, real quick. Did you see this thing that Mariah said that she's got a temperature of 101 from the?
Ooh, that's no good.
Yeah,
the shot kicked her ass. We'll have to talk. I know we got to talk about vaccine.
Yeah, we'll get into that
soon. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely some news on that. But one more time, if you are new, please be sure to follow us on Twitch and YouTube to keep up with the entire broadcast. And you can find all the links at failureMadeMonsters.com. So anyway, first, let's get into it. First, actually, I'm gonna skip this thing about Bill and Melinda. I do want to say, Mariah, in the chat here. I hope you feel better quickly.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll pass soon. The side effects are apparently a thing. I'm on shot number 2 this week and feeling it a little bit still. And it's been 4 or 5 days, but never got knocked totally on my ass. And I was 1,000% sure I was going to. So if I pass out in the middle of the episode, you know why? Tequila.
Right? Oh gosh, I can't even see liquor right now.
Ooh, yeah, hang on. Hey, that's for you, Betty. That's for you. So you had your, for those of you who don't know and didn't tune in last week, Dane.
I had a birthday.
At a birthday.
I had a birthday.
We'll leave it at a birthday.
I had a birthday, and it was
a birthday.
Amazing.
It was
an amazing.
Was like an
it was amazing. It was amazing birthday. That was so much fun for me.
In Miami.
Yeah, I was in Miami, man, and I had it. Like I'm telling you, I woke up. So I got there. I was there from like Saturday until Wednesday, and I woke up like Tuesday, and everybody's like, "Oh, let's take some shots," because Tuesday was my actual birthday.
Sure.
So everybody's like, "Shots, blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, fuck it. You know what? Not bad. Let's do it." I'm like, "Damn, I haven't felt hungover or nothing the whole time I've been here. Like it's been pretty."
You just kept kicking the can down the road.
Yeah, I was just like, "Fuck it, whatever." We just get.
You can't get hungover if you never get sober.
You know what? And there's a lot of merit to that, like that. And if you don't like. You got to sleep, but not like a ton. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to you crash out for like a few hours, pop back up, get back to work.
Well, what happens is it snowballs, right? You start drinking and then you feel it and you wake up. And if you keep drinking when you wake up, just a little bit, dose it throughout the day and you keep doing that every day, you're fine. But what happens is the hangover, it's building.
It's cumulative. Yeah. So it was, I think it was, all right. So it was Wednesday morning. It was Wednesday morning, and I'm like, so my flight leaves at like Wednesday afternoon, and I'm like, oh, this is starting to fucking suck, because that's when, for some reason, I just hit the wall.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like because you knew you were going home too.
Yeah, I knew I was going home. So and I didn't give. I was like, so the night before, I'm like, whatever, just like it's my actual birthday, let's drink. Da, 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 da. And then Wednesday, it all came to a head. I got back, and I was like, oh, it's gonna
so
suck.
Much worse. It's so much worse when you're getting back.
Yeah,
so it's like when you have to piss and you're driving home, and the closer you get home, the more you have to pee. It has nothing to. There's nothing.
It's
nothing
exactly like when you have to piss.
It's just like that. The hangover is just fuck. The shittiness just starts dumping on top of you. You're like fuck.
But
I'm almost home.
I will say shout out Harold's because like I don't know if have you had Harold's chicken? Did I tell you about Harold's?
You told me about it. I haven't had it.
Okay, you need to go but I go there and I'm like, it was like, so the flight, fuck the flight. I don't want to fucking talk about the flight. It's terrible. But like, because you know that I haven't really slept. Stop asking me fucking questions. Plus, sure. I've been in this mask, double masked up all day. It was that.
I mean, that's not your default setting,
bro. I was about to jump out a window, but anyway. So I get back and I'm like, okay, well, all I want is like some fucking wings, and I go in and I'm like, yo, can I get a 6-piece lemon pepper? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, wait a minute, you know it's Wing Wednesday, right? Wings are $1, and this isn't like the little wings. It's like chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, in that case, let me get 12 of them bitches. And it just made my fucking day. Check out Wing Wednesday on at Harold's if you're ever in Chicago.
I'll do wings after drinking. This poses a great question. It's something we'll have to bring up with Jamie when she comes in here because I'm sure I could guess, but I'm curious. I think I'm going with disco fries. But what's best? Either there's two types of food. Hang on, there's drunk food, and then there's hangover food.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
To me, they're both. There's not a huge separation in what I like for those.
Right.
But let's. I'm gonna
wait.
Pause
What are
this
disco
question.
fries though?
I'll pause the answer for that too until Jamie comes in. Matter of fact, we're gonna open Jamie's thing with what's the best drunk hungover food and the explanation of the legendary disco fries.
Okay.
Anywho, so I wanted to talk about this. Let's just do some quick news and stuff before we bring in our guest. For those of you who have been paying attention to current events and stuff this week and haven't been Mariah and slowly dying from the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine, Bill and Melinda Gates are getting divorced, which really, I feel like the timing of that is really not great for the people who think like everything's a big conspiracy and, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of feeds the narrative.
I'm just kind of thrown because how is it that like him and Jeff Bezos couldn't hold on to their girl? Like y'all are multi billionaires. There is no hope for me. I'm gonna be.
Did you say why couldn't they?
Why couldn't they? Like
you just answered the question by saying the second part.
I mean, but damn it, that ain't enough. Shit, fuck it, I'm gonna be forever single.
So hang on, real quick.
If $26 billion ain't enough.
Hang on. So Bill's investment firm transferred. I'm gonna read some of these facts about this divorce here. Bill's investment firm transferred $1.8 billion in stock to his wife the same day that they announced their separation. And on the same day, they also transferred 2.9 million shares of AutoNation to Melinda Gates, which is also worth $1.5 billion.
That's crazy.
So that's over $3 billion before they've even seen a courtroom.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, not millions.
She knows something. She knows
billion.
Something.
Yeah, dude.
She knows something. She got something.
Or he cheated.
Or he cheated.
Or he's been cheating and she's sick of it.
Bill Gates, though? How Bill Gates cheating?
Coronavirus.
I mean, when you're Bill Gates, so I guess whatever.
I mean, look, you're human beings stuck in the same place, can't do shit, right? Maybe they just succumbed to the same shit a lot of couples did.
I like to think in my brain, I'm like, maybe it's just, the pressure of being that person in the business and all that kind of stuff and not seeing each other a lot that I don't want to automatically go to like, oh, he was cheating, it was infidelity and all that. But like, I don't know their life. Fuck it. I just, if billionaires can't make it.
She filed, right?
Oh, did she?
She's the one who filed. Let me see. They did not have a prenup.
Ooh.
She wrote that the marriage was, quote, hang on. So Melinda called it was, quote, irretrievably broken when providing a reason for the divorce.
That sounds like cheating.
It was filed
or abuse.
Some shit, and it says that the pair had a quote separation agreement, not the prenup. So that was signed at the end of it, which means they already knew before they filed.
Okay.
And he's worth over like what 100-something billion.
Fuck is
so
it?
Here's what I'm thinking. This is I think the best, most logical explanation because it happened this year, and one other important thing happened this year other than the coronavirus. We started this show, so I think what happened is she's been watching every Friday, and Melinda's like, damn. I am so tired of this pasty Microsoft nerd. I need some Dane the Great. It's the fuck I need.
Yo,
she wants to come on here and tell her what her favorite sex move is. That's what I'm just saying. It's an easy Dane Bill didn't get butt stuff. No, Melinda's the one who filed.
Right.
Maybe that still works though. That's what it was.
It can still work.
He's just, I can't really peg what
what
was the reason, but
fuck are you? All the jokes I send you now, though, like
it's all puns, man.
I love it though. It's
the
like
best
I
thing
hate
ever.
you, but I love it.
You're welcome.
All right,
speaking of crazy shit that happened this week, did you see the Jake Paul video with Mayweather?
Him snatching fucking Mayweather's hat, set up to the fucking setup to the fucking.
I don't know if Mayweather was in on it though.
Mayweather was for sure in on it.
Jake was in on it.
Hold on, Mayweather was just fucking talking about why he would take one of these bullshit ass fights because he would stand to make so much more money than something that would actually like test his career, test his fucking ability. He was just doing an interview about that. Saying
wait. No, not taking the fight. Did you see what Jake Paul did during the press conference?
Yeah, he took his hat or whatever, right?
Yeah. And then he yelled, "Got your hat."
Yeah.
Took his hat, got fucking punched in the face multiple times by security or whatever.
Yeah.
And then but then immediately dropped merchandise that said "Got your hat" on it. Wow.
Stupid setup.
Key genius.
Stupid setup.
I don't think it's actually doing. Did you see the video? Floyd was fucking.
I saw him react to it too. No, I saw him react to it too. And I promise you. So here's the thing: when McGregor was doing that same fucking shit to him, and when he was doing that same fucking shit to everybody else, like he has an air, like he has a way about him. He is not that flammable, and especially not by somebody like fucking Jake Paul. Like he knows
he's just putting it on
that shit is going to get people to watch the fucking fight, but because he's already fighting fucking what's his name, Logan, right? That's the first one. That's Mayweather and Logan.
Isn't it the same dude? Isn't it?
No, Jake Paul's his brother.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. Is he fighting Logan too?
He's fighting Logan for sure first. I think Jake has been kind of trying to talk shit about him to try to goad him into doing a fight or whatever, a fight for their.
Am I confusing these two brothers now? I'm definitely.
Yeah, you probably are.
I don't give a shit about either fucking one of them, but
and that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's all just to scam motherfuckers. Like they're dumb enough to believe that shit on Instagram or whatever. Like, oh, now I gotta see if they're gonna fucking.
Who do you want to see win the fight?
Who between Logan and fucking Mayweather? Come on. What?
Yeah.
Between an actual boxer and a fucking YouTube star? What? Yeah. Mayweather
between a dude who was apparently like, you know, beating women and shit at one point, like, and then some dude who's got a solid foot on him, right?
All right. Still Mayweather. To be honest, I don't know, man. I don't like Mayweather as a person.
I don't like either of them, to be fair.
I really like the shit that Logan Paul did.
It'd be like if we threw Ted Cruz and Trump into the ring and be like, go at it. I'd be like,
yeah.
As long as, I think I'd still want to see Cruz win just because there's just that slight. I'd really like to see him get, Trump get knocked the fuck out. I feel a little bit like that with the Mayweather
so fucking much. But no, I mean, for me, it's just like, I don't know. Like one, I don't care enough to have a dog in the fight. Really, but if I was forced, if you were forcing me, like, well, who the guy with like the actual boxing experience, I'd like to see him at least maintain respect for real fucking boxers.
Yeah.
So like, and
fair
technique,
enough.
like,
I mean, to be fair though, really though, he's whoring himself out for the money here.
Yeah,
obviously,
for sure.
Speaking of whoring yourself out, did you hear about what happened in New York City?
Did it involve horse?
Yes. So they're decriminalizing. They're making weed illegal, but they decriminalized prostitution. What?
First of all,
they threw out a bunch of cases and shit.
Is it illegal in California though?
Prostitution.
I'm asking for a friend. Yeah.
I believe so. I think Nevada is the only state where it's not. And I don't know if it's all of
Nevada. So you just mean you can go to whorehouses and stuff, right?
I don't know if it's. They didn't say. I just know that they're Cyrus Vance. I always get it backed up. But the DA there in New York, the same motherfucker we talked about on here, who's the one going after Trump for taxes and shit, he's my new hero now. He said that it's not worth going after and prosecuting these cases because the data shows that more things negative come from it than positive.
Yeah,
which is fucking obvious. That should be federally the case. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And we were talking about
that's a reason to go to New York. That is a reason to go to New York.
What else?
Just for research purposes, for science. Research. For science.
For case studies.
Case studies.
There's got to be a good. Nope.
You can't get it.
I got nothing.
Can't get it.
I was thinking,
I just
horror site. No, it's like
no. You're forcing it.
I am forcing it.
That's an interesting turn of events. That is an interesting. I will tell you.
I couldn't think of something.
No.
I
just mean that happened. One, I would have thought that it would have happened a while ago. Two, it should probably happen everywhere. Three, it should apply to.
It should absolutely happen
everything. Yeah, and they should retroact that shit. Like why are we? Why is it even? It's one. It's the oldest profession. Two, like every lawyer, judge, fucking politician that has anything to do with the cop that has anything to do with that particular set of rules and regulations benefits from prostitution, and you fucking know they do.
Yeah.
So it's like, how are we still propping that shit up? Anyway,
it's like the drug war and all this shit. It's
right.
When you really look at anything under the microscope,
you're right.
It don't make a whole lot of goddamn sense, does it?
You're right. I agree with you.
What else in the news here? So for those of you who didn't see this, Donald Trump, our favorite character, he basically tried to create like Trump press release Twitter. I don't know if you saw that. He kept trying to basically creep his way back onto the platform without it being directly him, because he released his own. There were this build up to his own social media platform, and it turned out to be a fucking microblog like Tumblr. I've been calling it Dumbler because I think it's hilarious. But yeah, this jerk off did that, and Facebook's oversight committee has banned him still, keeping it off, and Twitter dropped him fucking fast. YouTube, Google, all these guys, so they're still holding strong, but Facebook might not. I got a feeling they might end up breaking.
They cave.
What's that?
I said they might cave.
I think, because apparently they formed an oversight committee when all this happened after the insurrection, and it's I think mostly independent people. I don't know how many people it is like at Facebook or what the situation is, but they weren't. It was like they just kind of kicked the can down the road, as opposed to Jack at Twitter is like, yeah, this is permanent. Like, you go fuck yourself. Yeah, so Facebook might. The possibility there.
I will say that for me personally, Twitter is infinitely better knowing that Trump's not on it.
Isn't it?
Fuck, bro.
So much less cancer.
I could just spend time. You know what I'm saying? Just like whatever. Anyway.
Absolutely. We talk about this all there, but I'm on crypto Twitter all the fucking time, as you probably noticed following my feed.
I have noticed now, yeah.
Which, by the way, for anybody who's is interested in something, not financial advice, but a friend of mine knows me really well and decided to text me yesterday and told me that I should invest in pussy. Yes, it's $pussy. That is the ticker, and it's made me a lot of money today, so I'm pretty fucking happy. So if you guys looking for some degenerate fucking moves that make you a little cash, or it might rug and I'll be broke tomorrow.
To be quite honest with you, I'm always investing in pussy. I'm never not investing.
You understand? See, I have a long-term investment in pussy.
Nice.
Lifelong, one would say.
Hello, puppet. If she can hear.
Hello, puppet.
Nice. That was great.
Awesome. She's gonna come down and say hi in a minute.
All right.
Anyway, if there's anything, there's some other shit, some sad news, some bad news, some dark news, coronavirus news, COVID news. But all that, Indian cases, the whole fucking thing. Some slightly good news. It's looking like Biden might be lifting the patent restrictions.
I did see
on
that.
the COVID vaccine, which is awesome, allowing
people to make generic
less fortunate countries here, to actually make their own generics. So that's super interesting. It's really cool to see fucking Biden, of all people, because he's like, I'm old. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, my career, this is it. Like, after I'm president, like, my career as a politician's fucking over. So he's just like, fuck, I'm doing everything that's gonna be the right thing to do, as opposed to like the good political move. It's pretty dope to see. And I don't know about you, but I feel like this that Bernie shift over the last 4 or 5 years I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the results of that progressive movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the burn. It's nice. Feels good. Feels good. All right. On that, I think it's time that we bring in our guest, a very, very close and old dear friend of mine.
Let's do that.
Jamie Lee.
Hi, Jamie.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. It's good to see you.
I love the jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
That was a little extra for me just now.
Jazz hands. There it is.
You got to do the fingers.
Yeah.
Those are speared fingers. Your jazz hands, speared fingers. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
I had no idea you were such an expert.
Right?
Isn't that from Bring It On, right?
Yeah.
Was
That's
it?
right.
Oh, it's
Okay.
already been brought in.
Oh, it's already been rotten.
Man, what a
Anyway,
good movie.
ladies and gentlemen, I know you were all sitting on the edge of your fucking seat to find out what disco fries are. So,
Oh shit, I was.
Jay, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. One, was I right? Is your
You were-
nighttime drinking food still disco fries?
I haven't had disco fries in a long time, but if I could find them, that's what I would eat. You nailed it.
What the fuck is disco fries?
It's those heavy carb, greasy foods for me. Disco fries are French fries with gravy and cheese. If you've ever had poutine,
I have, and I didn't like it.
Dane's face.
yeah,
It's like that gravy gets too overbearing after a while.
It's heavy. It's heavy food. I was never into disco fries, but I understand the appeal.
I can't remember. The last time I probably ate them was with you about 15 years ago. So.
At the Tom's River Diner.
Yeah, that's the only place they exist. They're poutine everywhere else, and I've never had them.
There is this
I never
place
thought about that.
here.
Yeah, they're only a Tom's River Diner thing,
did
I
not
think.
know that. I've never seen anyone order them since I was there either, so I just never thought about it since.
If we're talking still drunk food,
yeah,
there's this place called Dino's. They have DUI fries, and it's now look, this ready? All right, it's fries.
That's amazing.
So there's cheese, like all this kind of cheese on it. There's carne asada, pastrami, bacon, sour cream, guacamole, and like I don't know, 3 or 4.
So they're nacho or they're loaded.
They're like
loaded?
like nacho. More what are they called at taco shops? Not nachos, but chips.
Guac.
Yeah, whatever.
Sounds like
whatever.
nachos.
Anyway, yeah, they're kind of like nachos, but like just with a lot more.
Either
shit.
way, I'm hungry now, so thanks.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
You're welcome. Shit. I'm trying to tell you. All right. So Dane, what's your ultimate drinking at night food? Like, so when you're drunk, what's your thing?
California burrito from San Diego, anywhere.
Okay.
Like if I'm lit and I'm in San Diego, Cotijas has a fire. It's like this big, the burrito. Yes.
Damn.
Yes, I am not playing.
I've been to a couple spots that had like forearm-sized burritos, and they are epic.
See, I think about heartburn when you say that.
Everything gives me heartburn, so
I don't like.
I feel it in my
literally
ears
everything.
thinking about it.
I can get it like with some marinaras because it's acidic and shit. That kind of does, but not really burritos.
The red sauce.
Yeah, the red sauce.
Red sauce.
Yeah, the sauce.
All right, Jay. So since it's not disco fries, what is it now?
Well, I did mow down on some nachos the other night after a few skinny margaritas. So I'd say nachos, like loaded.
It sounds like all of us are going to say the same genre of food.
Because taco shops are the shit.
Well, that's also I was going to say minor tacos.
We're in Southern California. That's what's
hot. Well, hang on though, because there's a disclaimer here. I would, if I could, if it's still the same, but La Esquina back in New York City in Soho, that's my taco spot at night. So like,
have you been to San Diego?
Yeah, I've had tacos in San Diego.
You'd rather have tacos from somewhere in New York than tacos
Listen to me.
Anywhere in San Diego?
Hang on, real quick. Not anywhere in New York.
Oh,
there were two places in New York that had some of those bomb tacos I've ever had, and I've had tacos in LA and San Diego and Mexico.
I mean, same, but like
San Diego. I only got tacos in San Diego once. Okay, it was at Gaslamp District, some spot. It was a tequila bar.
Downtown. Do you think it's because you always ate them when you were really drunk in New York?
No, because I ate La Esquina all fucking time. I used to live like 2 blocks from there. That place was dead. Okay. I did fucking damage there. Like I knew the people who worked there and shit. You know what I mean? And second best part about La Esquina, while it was it's like a shitty dive fucking taco spot up top in the corner, right? If you go in, there's a door with no markings on it whatsoever that leads you downstairs to a full upscale restaurant and speakeasy bar that was had a door guy and shit. And it was fucking amazing. It was one of my favorite places in all of New York City.
Explain what this is to me, because I don't know what this
pork
is.
roll, egg, and cheese.
Oh, she's right. She's right.
PK.
That's a Jersey
what is that?
thing right there.
You never had pork roll?
No.
It's a Jersey thing, you know?
Sushi? No, it's a biscuit like an egg sausage.
It's like Canadian ham, like Canadian bacon.
It depends on
just like Canadian bacon.
It is.
I love Canadian bacon.
Pork roll, egg, and cheese, and then I prefer it on a bagel. Some people get it on a roll, but I'm a bagel guy.
Okay.
Bagel.
It's breakfast food?
It is breakfast food.
Yeah, if it's egg.
Lunch or dinner, whatever the fuck you want.
All right, so the second thing, this is the other thing.
I eat egg for lunch.
It's so listen to me. A good breakfast, like a good diner. The only reason my answer is tacos now is because fucking the diners here are all like shit by contrast to back east.
Yeah,
you know. So like, but back east diner food
Yeah.
was the night of. Like you finish whatever the fuck you doing. Like when we used to leave shows, Scarlett and shit, we go straight to a diner afterwards at like 2 a.m. after just a crazy ass night, and it was one of the greatest parts of the night.
You know what's weird?
We bring motherfuckers
That's
with
why
us.
I showed up. No, I'm joking.
At least for like Hollywood is concerned. There used to be, like, not that long ago. If I'm saying like 6-7 years ago, there were more diners and they were pretty fucking good here. And I don't know. I guess they closed or they're not really there anymore. I don't.
It's probably too expensive now.
Yeah,
like diners are like greasy spoons.
Yeah,
like all you have down the street, you got the the Frying Pan, where the fuck the place here that's been here for like 100 years downtown.
Yeah,
and that's like the only real fucking diner I know of in like all of LA.
That's true. That's true.
I miss diners, man. Jay, what other than diners, what do you miss the most from back east in Jersey? Anything?
My family.
Yeah.
That's fucking it.
That's it, right? Diners and family. That's about it for me too.
That's all.
And I guess and the band. Like I miss the guys, but
yeah. There's some people I miss. Family.
Fair enough. Sorry, let me ask
friends.
you've obviously I've known you since we were
12.
Holy shit.
Or 13. Known you really long fucking time, and
20
in that
years.
time you've lived in 3 countries that I know of.
Yeah.
Including this one, and 3 states.
Oh man, you make me sound pretty cool.
I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
Like, so for people who don't know, Jamie, when I know, after school you were in Germany for a while, then you lived in India and studied yoga, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For a while, then you moved to Seattle.
That's right.
And then you moved down here to LA.
Yeah.
Right.
I was in the Bay Area briefly.
Gotcha.
It sucks over there.
And now, so you were doing, you were a yoga teacher and instructor for a while, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So basically an expert fucking yogi because you studied in India.
I don't know.
But now you're doing personal development coaching with Is that what Miss Brown is? Can you explain? Let me know what this new brand of yours is.
Yeah. So you nailed it. Your memory is solid, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's solid. So
thanks, Jackie.
That was good. Yeah. That was good. So, you say India, it makes it sound really cool when someone goes to India, but I was really just like a young girl in my 20s, like looking for a piece of my own damn mind.
That's awesome, though.
I was there.
People have the nerve to do that in the first place. Don't downplay
it was nervy.
Don't downplay it.
I look at it in hindsight and I'm like, shit, I'm lucky. Like, right? I'm lucky I came out of that all right, because I was just ill prepared. But here I am.
You are there.
Yeah. So it's definitely one of those experiences, being there and studying, being able to just really focus on, I wanted to study yoga because I wanted to feel free. I wanted to know who I was. I wanted to know what the fuck I'm doing here. And so, I mean, it didn't tell me that right away. I thought I would go there and it would show up to me on like this golden scroll and be like, Jamie, you're here to do this, right? Well, that didn't happen.
You didn't have a vision there that laid out your entire future for you and glowing light?
And I swear to God,
Ganesha comes down here. Here it is. That's all you need.
Many arms,
right?
That's my I was really naive. I thought that might happen. Like I would just close my eyes and suddenly be able to meditate enough to know that shit, like while I was there. That's not what happened though. So
but what you did, you learned that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
I mean, enlightenment.
Right. Enlightenment still came and it trickled in and it continues to trickle in. It's one of those experiences that I was able to take everything I learned and continue to apply it every day. And it has definitely made things more and more clear. It brings me to my current brand, Ms. Brown. I created sort of this alias to create this embodiment that I'm always trying to aspire towards. So Ms. Brown sort of resides with all the gods and the angels. She's my higher self. She's perfect. She's always present. She's always holding the space. She knows everything all the time.
She's female Santino.
You and your ego.
I have no idea what
I
you're
love
talking
you so
about.
much. Your head's just, I can't.
It's gigantic.
You might want me to dispute that, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I was hoping.
Listen to me. If there's anyone here who can match me ego for ego,
This is beautiful. No.
Sorry,
Well, I don't know. I mean, so I created Miss Brown so that I was able to still be like Jamie, who like drinks wine and like smokes weed and like it shows up late and doesn't always do the right thing and makes mistakes and is still growing. It's just there was all this pressure for a lot of years, and I definitely failed. The branding part of it for so long because I was trying to be that all the time, which is impossible. And in industry, you see that a lot in my industry. There's a lot of phoniness and there's a lot of spiritual bypassing, and there's a lot of that. And I'm not about that. And I fell flat on my face trying to do it. So
haven't we all?
Here I am. Yeah, here I am. I created her. I created this brand, and she's what I'm aspiring towards every day. She's who I call on when I create my work and when I create my content, and when I'm reaching out to try to help people, I channel her so that I get to just also grow and learn and be
sort of the
I am.
Personification and embodiment of your ideals.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's awesome.
You nailed it.
What's that movie? I'm sorry, it just kind of sparked. I was trying to figure out what's that movie where she says everybody feels who they're supposed to be. What's that movie?
That sounds vaguely familiar, actually.
He's like,
Matt, if
I just don't know who he's supposed to be. It's just like everybody feels at who they're supposed to be. I think it's Superman. I want to say it's a Superman.
That sounds really familiar. I'd Google it, but that feels like work. So
I could do it. Maybe.
I will say one thing to that.
I don't have my phone.
It feels like as Dane, you can probably relate to this. It feels like that because I've never heard it. I really haven't heard anybody.
It's fucking Thor. Damn
it is Thor.
Yeah, it's Thor's mom. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's pretty hot. Yeah, that's
good. To what Jamie was just saying, I feel like Dane, you can relate to it the way I can. Is that's kind of how I always try to picture my like artist persona.
Yeah.
I kind of want like my artist persona to be like the not flawless version of me, but this like the embodiment of what I want. Like all these things I want people to see me as. And they're not necessarily perfect because being an artist requires you to usually be vulnerable, and that means by definition flawed usually.
But dialed up to like a million.
1,000. Yeah. I like million. That works better for me. Yeah. So it's interesting to hear someone say it from a different perspective. Because I'm like, yeah, that's actually I've been doing that for a long time, and I've reinvented that person a lot of times, as Jamie has seen many iterations of my Miss Brown.
I have a quick request from the comments, and I don't know what the fuck it means, but it says,
"Oh my god,
what is cha-cha spray?" So,
my
god! Inside thing? Are you guys putting me on an inside joke or something?
Yeah,
girl.
Yeah.
She's like, don't.
All right.
Do you want to pass? Do I give you?
Do you know?
No.
Santino,
I do, of course. Oh, I know. She said, "Ask Jamie, not Santino." This is a girls' bathroom at the strip club joke.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, real quick. Hang on, real quick. I think that requires more context. Girls' conversation at the strip club during my show.
Of course. Yeah.
Aha!
During one of your many shows at that strip club.
Idea.
I remember when you guys played on stage.
It was fun, dude.
When you guys actually got down on stage one year. Do you remember? Of course you remember that.
Oh, you mean when we played the downstairs one?
Yeah.
The main one. Yeah, we did it.
You played on the rooftop a couple times. Yeah.
And then we did the when we did the
I made some money that night.
Yeah.
I made some money. Yeah.
Was it the Halloween party, the one you remember?
I would love it.
Oh, I think so.
We did it twice, I think, down there.
My memory.
I was dancing and my whole band was kissed.
I don't remember shit. I don't remember. There's so much I don't remember, man.
You're in really good company.
Yeah. It's, I think somebody's got their quota of how much they're like allowed to party in a life, and I just I went hard.
Dane's
early.
Like, nah.
I don't know, dude.
I feel like I would have hit that bitch a while ago.
I mean, I haven't hit it, but I'm like there, and I gotta be careful. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Jay, you got to answer cha-cha spray. Let's go.
Cha-cha spray.
You've committed.
There was this one of these like now my memory might be a little skewed, but there was one of these like perfume sprays machines. You could put a quarter in and you can get like a perfume.
Condom
but it was
machines,
like
Dane.
no, they weren't condom machines.
Like
Condom
perfumes, right?
They're like
the
that
but it's
in
perfume.
the female bathroom at the strip club. So it was strictly just for like, we called it cha-cha spray. Like, when your shit stinks, you go in and you put this quarter in and you pick your scent and like you freshen up.
Perfumes or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems convenient.
Pretty sure, yeah.
I feel cha-cha spray is cool, but I prefer pussy perfume.
That sounds so nice.
Why wouldn't you? Why would you not? I like
that makes it sound like the pussy has a scent that's already so nice, like pussy perfume.
She's right.
You don't need shit. Don't put something over it.
You say that.
I don't really think about I don't really think about the actual practical application of the female bathroom at a strip club, because of course they would need all that shit like baby powder.
This was like the regular ass like consumer retail bathroom, not the girls' room. They got their own dressing room and everything. The one I'm talking about too. Every
there were no bathroom doors though.
No, it's got the lockers, but it also has like it's like all counters and fucking the longest mirrors ever made.
Yep, and lockers.
Every single one.
And it was all open. I don't remember there being doors in that bathroom. But again, my memory excuse me. I don't. It was I made a lot of friends there. Those chicks were awesome. They were stellar.
Some great times.
Start a line of pussy perfume.
Yes.
I hope they're doing that right now.
It'd be fucking if it was like fucking fantastic
Michelle,
perfume.
I see what you're doing.
Michelle, you smart. That business
You're making me want to cue
girlfriend.
a commercial.
That would be amazing. Do it.
Fucking fantastic.
Just that fresh shit
perfume.
too. Like we'll make it all natural. It'll be like essential oils. Like it'll be
the
some
commercial
good shit.
alone would be amazing.
We'll call it Gwyneth for no reason.
Wow.
We're gonna call it cha-cha spray, friend.
Doesn't she sell something that smells like her vagina or some shit like that? Isn't that her? That's her, right?
Yeah, she had a candle or something.
Yeah, a candle or something.
Hi to wifey.
Erica Badu did it too.
Oh, hey girl.
Nope,
oh my goodness. Hey. How are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna get some wine.
Yes, that's the Friday state of mind.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, it's so good to see you.
How are you?
I'm looking for my dog right now to show you my dog.
I found my bitch. She right here.
I'm like, where's Bowser?
Wow.
Come here. Come.
I was gonna ask what you were petting. I was like, is it a cat? Is it?
Oh no, I got this. I had this little old dog. He's the
Bowser been around for ages.
He's the Bowser. My Bows, the schmouse. He's awesome.
Love you.
Hi.
So, all right. I wanted to move on to something else. I actually had a really good question for you, Jay. That you are in a position to answer that is just kind of timely. I had this conversation with my wife too, because she lived in the Middle East for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And having lived in different cultures and whatnot, I know this conversation, we're about to get a little heavier, but the situation in India, she mentioned that the culture there might be a big reason why the spread of coronavirus and stuff has been more prevalent, because of like just the way that they travel, the way that they eat, and in like large groups and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if this is accurate, but they eat with their hands frequently there. Is
absolutely, yeah.
So that's the thing. So in your experience there, culturally, is it really? Because it seems to me, just as someone who's my knowledge of India is what the fuck I've seen on the internet and in pop culture and whatnot. Is their culture there just really as skewed in for trying to contain something like this in like the wrong direction?
Definitely, it's not really set up for it. The interesting about India is it all exists there. So you've got clean running water and very luxurious westernized housing situations there, but you also have everything you think of when you think third worlds, which is a big chunk of India as well. So if there's running water, it's probably dirty and cold in some places, and people eat with their hands, and just hygiene is not as on top. So it's a breeding place for for viruses or sicknesses or anything like that. So it's no surprise to me. It's so unfortunate. I hate watching it. There's a couple of friends there that I haven't even been able to get a hold of actually in the last couple of weeks. I have no idea how they're doing, if they're okay. Yeah, just because of that. I mean, it's real. It's real, and the homeless population is just huge, so it just can spread like wildfire.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the hopefully, I know the vaccination issue there too is a problem, so they're trying to get more supply. So hopefully this patent lift actually goes through, and we can end up making generics, and they can manufacture more over there. So I want to ask you something else too. Having lived in a couple of different countries, are there things just to bring things on a lighter note? Are there things from those cultures, from living in India, from living in Germany, that you miss and prefer versus living here in the US? And I could probably, Dana and I have had this conversation about just fucking living in like a city like Chicago or New York versus living in LA. There's obviously big differences. So
for sure,
there's gotta be some stuff. Is there anything like you miss, and then things that you really don't fucking miss, other than eating with your hands?
Right.
I don't miss eating with my hands, but I did do it while I was there, just because I did do it.
Sure. I mean, when in Rome, right?
Yeah. I also washed my hands and everything. So anyway. Yeah, so I'd say culture in general. I think America, because we're so young and we have been kind of this developing melting pot of cultures for such a long time, and assimilation, not really being allowed to bring your culture here and express it without strife, has really been a detriment to us. So when I was in Germany, for example, old culture, India, old culture, these places, there's something about it that I can't quite put into words that just feels so good. It just feels so good. Something about it feels safer. Something about it feels more rich, even though it wasn't my culture, even though, as long as I didn't open my mouth in Germany and try to speak like they thought I was one of them. So,
right.
And I felt like they were looking out for me while I was there.
I probably couldn't get away with that, but I get it.
My Jersey accent's like long gone, and I stopped talking so damn loud, but thank you, Germany.
Definitely. I think I've gotten louder.
I'm definitely louder.
So yeah, I'd say that just culture in general, that feeling, and with that old culture, with that depth comes, a feeling of safety within your community that we don't have here. Anywhere.
I kind of get that just from traveling a bit. Even like I think the most I've never really thought about it till you were talking about it just now, but then the most obvious instance of that I've experienced was when I was in Japan.
Definitely, that's a great example.
There's just so much of their culture intertwined with every interaction, everything you do, from the food, where you stay, the hospitality, your interactions with everyone on a large level or a small level. Even just walking by people on the street feels different than it does here. Not only just because I got a solid fucking foot on everyone there, and tattoos, the giant hair, the whole fucking thing and stuff. So people definitely look at me. I'm more of an oddity there than I am, especially here in LA, but than I am in the States in general. Dane and I blend the fuck in LA comparatively.
Yeah.
I love this fucking city.
I have no idea what it would be like to be in somewhere like Japan or fucking somewhere in China, but I can only imagine it would be some crazy. I'd be stared at. It'd be
either out. You'd be the minority.
I like that, personally, and I'm coming from when I was in Tom's River, as Jamie knows, I stood out there quite a bit.
Yeah.
So living in places like that, I'm used to it. So it's become a, embrace it and then thrive in it situation. And now when I don't, I feel weird about it. I don't like blending in personally. So
you're not doing enough. Okay, fuck this. I'm taking something off.
It's one of those things, man. So it's kind of, it's interesting to hear you put it that way, that it wasn't just my little experience because of the way I've kind of gone around, you know what I mean? The way I've lived, I thought I felt it more because of that, but it's not just that. It's because American culture versus these cultures too. That same sort of perception of the richness of culture there really is you feel it. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's no other way to explain it.
And if you think about it, when you're walking around anywhere in America where you're sort of most of us are being put in this box and we're unexpressed. You're walking around a bunch of unexpressed people who are feeling like they cannot express themselves. It's kind of dangerous,
What, can you elaborate on that a bit more?
So if you come, okay, how can I explain this? People come here, people have been migrating here for years. America doesn't really have a culture. We're so young, right? So you come here and you have to act like,
well, we do have one, but it's a terrible.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, that's not it.
Right.
That's not most of us. That culture
sure.
that's created, that's not most of us. Most of us have a culture that we come from. We have something within our families that we've had to ignore, that we've been forced to forget about, that we're not allowed to express as we walk around the world. You can't come here from Mexico and walk around speaking your language and engaging with your culture without people hating on you for it. And that's true of anywhere. So it just makes it for like a really tense kind of environment, generally speaking. It's not like that all the time, of course, but like generally speaking, it just causes a lot of strife. People are not fully expressed, therefore they're not fully happy. And, and when you go somewhere where that
is not as prevalent.
Not like I'm sure there
that had to have been a bigger, far more of a noticeable thing here earlier years in this country too. Like I can't even imagine what that must have been like when most people were like first generation.
Oh yeah,
shit. Fucked up.
I mean, and because it's getting better, because it's getting better, and it's still bad. So
yeah.
That's fair. So let me ask you this too. So speaking from country to country, I guess, was there anything you really didn't like that you liked here that didn't exist there? Out of curiosity.
That's a good question. I've never thought about that question. Well, I guess just for me personally, because I'm American, I was always an outsider at the end of the day, anywhere else I was. So when I'm here, I'm not exactly an outsider. I'm American, and that's like it. I that's it. If that makes sense.
I think mine is maybe tied to that a bit, and I like that here. And not as much in LA, but I guess when you travel, it's more noticeable. At least in the few places I've been. It's not all countries. There are other countries who do this better, but the few places that I've been, comparatively to here, they're not as like friendly to strangers, unless there's a reason for them to be. And then once you get in, they're the nicest fucking people. But there's this sort of, and it's not just the because you're American thing. It's just they're not as like, I don't know. Here we're just like, yo, what the fuck's up? Like we're just.
No, hold up, I'm not. I'm not nice.
You're not that guy.
And you know what?
Say hi to me,
I'll tell you like this. I'm actually like that shit used to really fucking freak me the fuck out. When I first left Chicago and like saw California and like saw how people out here were. I was like, what the. First of all,
why are you talking to
me? Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck do you want? What do you want? No, like seeing that, like. And I'm still not like if you're not part of who I'm with, I'm not just like nice to be nice or like want to like know you. Like you got to get it. You got to get in a little bit first. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't trust you.
I do get that. And Jay, I'm sure you can.
It's a Northeast thing too, I think.
Totally. New York City. Like when I came here, I was like, "Why are you smiling at me?" Talking in the elevator and shit like that. Like
from across. Like I remember the first time I ever went. I was in San Diego visiting, and I was like taking my bags out of the trunk, and this guy was like walking down the fucking sidewalk, and I look up just to like see, because you be aware of your shit. Who the fuck is around me? And I look over, and he was like. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Fuck you looking at me?
No, and then he goes like, this is what blew my whole fucking head up, right? He's like, where you coming from? I was like, hold the fuck on. You want more? You want to exchange information right now, bro? I don't know you. And like, as he's walking up, and the last thing I wanted, again, like this is This is like my mentality coming from what you don't want.
What do you want from me?
Is when people you don't know get close to you.
Yes.
That can be dangerous in a lot of places. So like I'm like, if I say something, it's gonna invite you in. You know what I mean? And you're gonna try to use that to get closer to me, like just proximity wise. So I was like, good. You know what I'm saying? Close the trunk.
Fuck off.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't know. It was so weird. Like that's not something I've ever been able to really like even super get accustomed to. Just FYI.
So for me, when I've like when we toured and shit, I learned that we lived in like a bubble in the country that is like that, and LA is oddly somewhere in the middle. Chicago, I haven't been to Chicago, I'm sure it's like that. Like even Miami, people were way fucking friendlier than they were. Like in Jersey and New York, it's like if you eye contact is like you somewhat requires a familiarity already.
Real shit.
You don't know me. Why the fuck are you looking at me in my eyes? Like, you better have a good fucking reason. Like you recognize
you got it on you because I got it on me. Like what I'm saying, looking shit.
Unless there is some sexual tension going on here, or money owed, there's a fucking problem. Like
true. Yeah,
it's weird. So coming here but when we toured and shit too, I learned that real quick. I was like, oh, like this is not the whole country. This is actually most of the country is like weirdly nice.
Yeah,
Tony, it doesn't even feel real.
It doesn't feel real.
It doesn't feel real. That's what I don't like.
Why are you so nice? I could be an expert or a motherfucker, and you don't know that.
But you're not. Some people are not. They know you're not.
There's only one way to find out: to say hi and see.
Say hi. See what happens.
I might smile at you. Now I'm a real smiley person. I fall somewhere in the middle of all this because I will smile at everybody who smiles back at me. I would probably drive you you'd look at me and be like, who's this bitch?
I mean,
smiling at.
the only people that I question that rule for, and I'm sorry about this, but it is what it is. And I noticed it in Miami. I will bust that fucking rule all to pieces to tell a girl that she like to pay her a compliment about anything. Like if she's like, if her shoes are dope, or if her like, I will be that guy. That in that scenario, I'm like,
you're in. That's your in.
Yeah, are you flirting a little? Because that's flirting.
I'm definitely flirting a little. Yeah, for sure.
That's
flirting.
And that's what I said before. It's either someone owes you money or there's sexual tension here. That's
right.
It.
That I can do. But anything else? Yeah, I don't know you.
I will say I did get so like I find myself doing it now. I will look now, especially like walking around here. I will look every motherfucker in the eye as they walk by me, so they don't think that so I don't do it. I'm not to be friendly. It's just like I'm watching you. And
I have to do the opposite.
I don't stare at you, but I will look at you. I won't not make eye contact with you if I'm walking too close to you because I want to know if you're looking at me or not.
I look at the floor, or I look just to the right or left of everybody. Like I see you, I saw you before you saw me. That's what I do. But I won't I won't look at you. Like I'll look over because everybody will say some shit to me like, oh, you look like Ted outside. Oh, you look like
I'm usually walking with my wife or something too. So that's another reason I'm like, don't look over here. Don't look over here. I'm looking at you first, motherfucker. I'm looking at where that come from.
Right.
And I bet she can't do the same. She probably doesn't feel safe to do the same thing. I know I don't. I don't feel safe to make eye contact to set a barrier. If I make eye contact, I'm sending an invite to most people. Right. So I have to keep
my
yeah,
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I get that shit and I still don't be like, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah,
right?
You're opening up to it, and that's we literally. I had this conversation the other day, and I do it because I'm like, you're gonna
different
look
for you than me. Your eye contact different than mine, different than hers.
Absolutely, and they both serve different. They both kind of serve the same purpose. You're not looking, so they fuck off, and I'm looking right at you, so you fuck off.
Yeah,
unless you seem friendly, and I want to.
I'll even give my middle finger. Like I'm in this habit of like if I'm sure your wife will yell at this too. If someone's like looking at a body part, like if someone's looking at my ass when I'm walking by, it will actually like burn my ass. Like I'll feel it like heat.
Nah, I'm good at it, bro. I'm so nice with it though.
I think that's a rash.
I'm nice with it.
No, man.
I'm a glancer. I'm a quick glance. I'm like, I'll see it. Yeah. All right.
And that, a lot of times it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Glancer.
It's when it's a stare and people are thinking something like people are overstepping a staring boundary.
Okay,
I'll just give the middle finger near my ass. It's just real discreet, but it's just for that motherfucker looking at me.
Pop a finger in your butt to show them.
Wow.
That's not what I said.
Wow. Yeah. See, I'm more.
God damn it.
Like I'm starting to get just how. How fucking deep that shit goes, because when you say like staring, overstepping back, like I do, like even if I don't know you or whatever, or I'm a quick, just in passing, oh that was nice, move on, you know what I mean? Like
you're probably harmless. You're not someone I'm worried about.
You say that. You say that.
Well, this is all virtual. I can't tell.
Give me a few drinks and see if he's still so hot.
But and the most that I will do is like I said, pay the compliment. But other than that, like I'm not really a big. But then I have seen people where like I'll be in the gym and I'm watching dude as she walks by or whatever, and I'm like, wow, you're just gonna blatantly just stare. Okay,
you can't be rude
the whole time. Just stare.
Some men are stupid. Yeah. Some of you guys, some men are stupid like
that.
Like,
vast majority,
99%.
Yeah, the shit I've seen, guys. No,
dumb as shit. Let's be fair.
Yeah, every woman is experiencing that. Every woman is feeling that every fucking day of their life, because there's even if it was just a few men, and it's not most. Let's say it's not.
What about a few good men?
Cute.
They're great.
Sorry.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because
that flew over my head. What happened? Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
What were we saying? What's going on?
But and that's the thing. Like if you
handle. Sorry.
If you what I try to keep in mind whenever I'm interacting or whatever is or trying to figure out how I feel about this or whatever, I look at it like that one incident is just one incident, and when you are female, like the amount you probably go through in just one day, going to get something to eat, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? That like 9.9 times out of 10 will keep me from the gawk or from the fucking what's up, baby? But like, it adds perspective, I suppose.
It's also nice too, like just to consider that whenever you're around women. Like when I'm just like walking my dog outside, for example, and if there's like a dude running and he just like runs up behind me, I want to punch him in the face and say, yo, you gotta, you know how scared you make me, because maybe you don't have bad intentions, but somebody would. You gotta let me know you're coming, or go on the other side of just to consider that kind of thing until equality is real.
In a city and not be okay with that though. It's basic, especially like LA.
I'm just saying that the sensitivity, I would. I'm not saying it's all right. I'm not mad about it.
One of those things that comes along with like being in a city.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm not like
so used to motherfuckers, and now when these goddamn scooters everywhere and shit, I'm so used to
head on a swivel.
Sure.
And I'm like, my wife knows I am lit the whole time. I know where everyone is the whole fucking time. You kind of have to. It sucks. That's another thing.
I'm always kind of watching my back,
all the time.
You know what? I had a moment
my pepper spray on hand always.
I think I've talked about this on one of the episodes, but I don't know. Maybe I told Sarah, maybe I didn't. But there was this one. I remember driving through Melrose, and there was this girl that I saw that was like shopping broad daylight, and I was like, "Damn, she's pretty. I should go tell her she's pretty." Like it was one of those moments.
Sure.
And I thought about it
Tuesday,
and I did. Fuck you. And I did a quick checklist. I'm like, okay, so she's out in public. It's broad daylight. It's on Melrose. So you know what I mean? Like what? Like it looks safe. You know what I'm saying? So how do I can't just turn around. I don't want to just pull up on. You know what I'm saying? But at the
you were driving.
Oh, you were in your car.
Yeah, I was in my car. I was like, I gotta park. And then at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I looked at what I was wearing. I'm like, okay, here's a guy. I'm in all black. I run up on her, and she's walking by herself.
No, you can't do that.
And I was like, yeah, right. No, and I.
You're in a car and she's on foot. Don't do it.
Once I went through the whole checklist of what I would need to do in order to make it okay. I was like, there's no way. Like, because even if I park the car and get out, I'm still like, gotta walk, gotta track her. You know what I mean? I was like, there's no way to do this. Hey, hopefully she knows she's pretty.
I mean, someone's done that to me before.
Bail out.
And it was awful. Someone
and it's so
followed
awkward.
me on a street and pulled over in front of me and got out of his car and waited for me to get there. And I was not about that. Yeah. I don't care how sincere you think your compliment is. You're creeping me the fuck out right now.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this is why
I told him too. I waved my finger in his face like an old lady and was like, "You can't do that.
How dare you?
Put your ass back in that car. Don't ever fucking do that shit again."
Hit him with your purse.
I gotta say that it's shit like that. That's the reason that I could not do, and to this day, I mean, I don't have to now because I'm obviously fucking married. But like the cold approach thing when you were out in the world, like I didn't do it.
It takes a lot.
I needed an in, like we were saying earlier, right? There needed to be something. Like we were both checking out at the register, or some shit, and something funny was said. And I had there's a way to make a joke out of something, just make it like a playful thing, so you can gauge her reaction. Or like, all right, yeah, she wants to sit, or she's like, and then fuck off, and that's as opposed to just cold bothering strangers on the street and stuff, because it always felt like
I did that in Miami.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've done it, but I very rarely did it because it always felt so like threatening.
I could not.
Unnerving.
So whatever. I just went for it, and she's
how
like,
how many drinks in was this?
Bro, I was
like once. I was 3 days.
I was shopping. We were waiting for an Uber. She walked by. It was broad, like super hot. Well, not like it was public. It was
broad.
There was nothing crazy about how I did it, but I was just like, oh, wait a minute. Hey, you look lovely. Yes, I said that out loud. Felt like a fucking anyway.
How to work out for you?
Sometimes.
Did she wag her finger in your face?
Yeah, she's like, I'm sorry, I'm married, and I'm like, oh, I don't believe you, but it's okay.
Did she wag her
and isn't that some shit that we have to say that we feel like we have to say that to get men off our backs? I have to tell you some other man has claimed me to tell you don't fuck with me.
Right?
That's bullshit. I hate that.
That is bullshit.
But I've used it. I've worn fake rings. I've done everything.
But the society we're in too also kind of dictates that the guy has to approach the woman to begin with. That's sort of just the way it's set up.
Also, yes.
So it's not really. I understand where you're coming from.
That's because it's a patriarchy.
Because nine times out of 10,
don't often approach guys.
9 times out of 10, I'll tell people
it's a patriarchy.
Because of all the things you just said too, and I get it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's kind of a mixed bag situation.
But the moment I'm like,
I'm interested. I'll let you know. I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Go ahead.
No.
I'm just like, because anytime anybody asks me, like, they'll be like, "How come you don't talk to this person? Talk to that person?" I'm like, "Because they can talk to me." And then I look like an asshole. Like, it's like, oh, you're so arrogant. And I'm like, nah. I'm just like, well, they can talk to me. Like, it's just as easy as I can talk to them.
But 9 times out of 10, they won't. Even if they want to, they won't.
Then they're lost, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
True? Even if they want to, they won't. I don't know if that's entirely true.
It is very fucking true.
But then why wouldn't they? But why would a woman not talk to someone if she?
Because she's a coward.
No, well, she's nervous, or she thinks
or she's a coward in that moment. Whatever.
And let's be real. How many people take a look at Dane and I and assume we are the way we are by appearances only?
Probably, yeah, that too.
Okay.
Fucking zero.
Yeah.
Everyone, people at first glance, people trying to bum cigarettes from me, sell me drugs, or want to know what band I'm in. That's it.
You know how many people trying to sell me weed in Miami? It was fucking ridiculous.
Everyone trying to sell me drugs all the time, and that's cool.
Crazy.
It's like I don't have to go out asking for it, but
it comes to you.
I will say though, in Florida though, you gotta be real fucking careful. You gotta be real fucking careful. Only time, one of the only times that down there anyway. A bunch of me and my friends, I was younger, and some guy came up and was like, "Hey, trying to sell me weed and shit." Yeah. And I was like, "No, I don't smoke. I only drank." And I was like, "No, but my friends are though." Like they were actually literally just talking about it like 2 hours before that. They were out of weed or whatever.
But not street. I don't know.
Well, this is
random street guy weed.
Just years ago, dude. Yeah. No, and I was like, I just told him I was like, "No, I'm good." But that was literally the duration of our interaction. Like, nah, you know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'm all right.
I always ignore that.
But again, I'm with 10 fucking people, and I'm the magnet. The one dude out of the 10 who don't smoke weed, they come up right to me because it's been the default. Anyways, fucking we walk out. They follow him to the car and shit, which is just not a good thing. But it was a public place, so they had to go out the parking lot and shit. And dude ran him right there in the parking lot, gun out, the whole fucking thing. I'm saying like, so why don't fuck around with none of these. I backed up. I told everyone, I go, this don't feel right. Back the fuck up. And then sure as shit, 50 feet in front of us, my boys went up and got fucking ran right there in the parking lot. And I'm like, no. So, and now people come up to me like, hey, you need something? I'm like, yeah, you to get the fuck away from me. So
one more reason not to make eye contact.
One more reason.
Nah, bro, don't bring that shit over here. I'm good.
Shit. He says one more reason not to make eye contact, and then he gonna walk out of here right now and be like, find every girl on the street, be like,
nope. I don't, and see, and that's the thing too. No.
You're making Tim laugh too.
I also don't make eye contact with girls either like that. Like if like I'll see you before you. My trick is always I will see you before you see me, and I will look everywhere, but like right at you, like right in your eyes. I don't need to.
He goes, look, I will stare at your tits and your
ass. No.
I mean, like, I'll look into your eyes.
I mean, just like right. Like I'll look right off to the right of you, or right off to the left, or I'll look right off to right to the ground.
What is it about eye contact?
Because I don't feel the need. One, I don't want to make it like it always seems creepy to me. But two, like I don't want to. I'm like inviting people in unless there's a reason why like they should be there.
You see
this? Okay, yeah. You're kind of scanning the energy.
Now,
exactly.
I feel that.
I gotta check if you got a man with you. I gotta check if you know what I mean. Like I gotta be
look at this.
Recon that.
See this right here? We got women who won't make eye contact with you and men who won't make eye contact with you. And you wonder why some dudes just stopping in the fucking street, get out their cars and be like, talk to me.
Yeah.
It was pitiful.
I don't agree with it, but I mean, society is kind of fucking broken in that way.
Well,
everyone's so like,
it's a hard thing to get around.
As you said, everyone's walking around unexpressed.
Yeah. And it's,
and dudes are creepy.
And dudes are
creepy. It's not even
creepy.
that dudes are creepy. It's that like we do live in a patriarchal society still. Therefore, the man's ego is a little big. It's just a little like even if you know that you're in a patriarch, even if you know this shit's not right, like you're still swimming in the pool, and
that goes both ways though. Because I'll tell you right now,
and it hurts. It hurts everybody.
Most dudes cannot go to the bar right now and get laid. Most women can go to the bar right now and get laid.
Oh, are we having that conversation now?
Yeah, but most women I'm not arguing. I'm not saying it's not justified behavior.
Yeah, and I'm saying, that's why I said it goes both ways.
It's messy. It hurts everybody.
It's only the opposite of what you just said because both exist.
So I mean,
I can go to the bar and get laid tonight if I really.
So could I, but I wouldn't. I would never.
That's right.
He's sick, but I wouldn't.
But I wouldn't.
So basically, what we want is a more equal future where none of this shit's a problem.
Where people are expressed.
People are expressed. Everybody's equal. Everybody's honored. Everybody's respected, and everybody's seen as the same and not dehumanized.
Or at the very least, we fully legalize prostitution and stop incels from shooting
everywhere. Everywhere. I think
that should not be illegal. That's insane.
Absolutely,
definitely on board.
I agree with that.
I'm just saying, there's nothing more dangerous than a fucking white virgin with an AK-47 or some shit, like with a gun.
We've seen it. We're probably about to see it any day now again. Not that I want to say that, but let's be real.
It's fucked up. I mean, I was 21 by the time I finally, lost the V card. Like that took. It wasn't.
You were 21.
2 weeks before my 21st birthday.
Okay, now that makes me feel like a fucking scumbag.
Well, listen, scumbag. It's all right.
I mean, I was like,
he's like, I was 12.
I was like, scratches the head. Okay, you don't have to answer. All right.
Yeah, I wasn't 21. That's like,
I got you.
It wasn't like I wasn't like I planned it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I looked a certain way in high school, and I was really nice and friendly to everybody. And those two things did not play well with girls at the time. That my experience in where I lived, and it made things, let's say, more difficult because I'd become the friend. I'd be friend zone.
Well, let's just say that because you weren't an asshole, you didn't force yourself in
I
any
wasn't,
situation.
but at the same
like
time,
most guys did.
yeah, but it's sort of like because some guys, I'm
a
also
good
I wasn't
thing.
desperate, but there are guys who feel like they need this to feel like dudes. I didn't.
Yeah.
Need that,
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good thing. I hear nothing wrong with this. This is all
No,
how it should be.
all I'm saying is it just kind of feeds into the same thing we're saying. Like people need to be more
You struggle
just
too.
straight the fuck up. Yeah, because
everybody's hurting. Nobody's winning
exactly.
here.
So here's
Nobody's winning.
Here's the takeaway. We're all gonna stare at people's asses till they feel the burn on their tushy, give you the middle finger, stick it in their butt, make eye contact. Everyone gets along. That's where we're at.
I'm with that. Oh, and also legalize
with most of that.
And legalize prostitution is so that if that finger in the butt, you can actually start telling them how much.
Problem solved.
Without feeling like you were committing a crime.
Exactly.
Right.
Cheers to that.
Salud.
Normalizing things for the future. That was one of my questions tonight. Literally the only one I had.
I can't.
Do you have questions?
I got that I just got one.
What was the one?
And we did kind of just go over it, but
okay.
Now we're in we could probably all agree that we're in a pretty cataclysmic, pivotal time in history right now, where we have exited what was once the norm, and we are entering what is about to be the new norm for probably a while when things slow back down again.
Absolutely. I mean, they still haven't fixed all the McFlurry machines. It's
some bullshit, right?
Goddamn travesty.
So besides fixing those,
what
would you like to see normalized in our society moving forward?
I got that quick one, but after you, Dane.
No, you can go ahead. I need
working from home. I think more people.
Oh, done.
Yeah, I think more people should be able to. I also think not working 5 days a week in general, which we've already shown in studies. I think Microsoft did it in Japan and showed an increase of 40% productivity for a 4-day work week. So I think the ability to objectively, not just because it's what we want or to cast people as lazy or whatever bullshit we use labels and stuff. It's just let's look at this objectively. During this time, we saw giant growth and increase in productivity. With multiple sectors, especially internet-based companies and things like that. So I think we reevaluate the way that we kind of set up the 5-day work week with the 9 to 5 and all that bullshit, and where you need to be to do your job. Technology has come a long way since these things were put in place, and some of these things were put in place arbitrarily. Like they were designed for reasons that don't necessarily apply to today.
100%.
And I also think, and on that note too, I think now you're seeing this change, this pivot of people making more money by staying at home because of unemployment, paying them what the government deemed living wages, and they're like, yo, I don't want to go back to work because it's less than that. Well, no shit, because they're being paid less than what should be considered living wages. So, I think these things should be looked at. And mind you, none of these apply to me. I already work from home and I do all right. So this is just straight
normal
up
society
a fucking obvious thing that decent human beings should give a shit about.
Agreed. I'm with you on that. I stand behind it. I'm here for it.
I would like to see normalized not using like homosexuality as an insult to people. Like how, you know what I mean? Like how like whether it's in music or in movies or anything like that whole, oh, you're such a fucking this, or you're acting like, even just the act of being feminine is like a fucking insult. And like, I would love it if that could go the fuck away. Like all the
still here for that.
Absolutely. I obviously wholeheartedly agree with that. Is there anything? I'm just curious though, because I'm wondering if there's anything specific to your
personal experience
for the way that the last year is shaped out pandemic wise. Is there anything specific to you? Because I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, like your life didn't really change as much as
mine?
Ours did. Yeah. Is there anything you took away from the last year? Because that's just how I heard it. I think that's what Jay was. Maybe not. But I'm just curious now. That's what I thought.
No, that's good. That's good.
Do it your fucking self. Like I like branching off of the concept of doing it of being able to work from home and like all that kind of stuff. If there's goals in mind, if there's dreams in mind, if there's a route that you want, do it your fucking self. DIY.
Yeah, Dan. Like, I'm here for it.
And stop once you start kind of like what the quarantine did was it made people have to figure out like how to, you know what I mean? How do I get the supplies for this, or how do I, you know what I mean? How do I do this when all of these companies are closed that normally do this shit for me, with the exception of Amazon? And you find out that Amazon, pretty much, if you want to do any fucking thing, get it off Amazon. Pretty low key, which is like, and that's a big step, but just like start implementing the steps to do it yourself, and you'd be amazed how good you can get at it. I learned fucking
like start a
Photoshop.
podcast.
Or start a podcast. Yeah.
I love it. I
about
think,
you,
that's part of why I do the work that I do, is because I so desperately want to see people express who they really are on an individual level. I think that's how we can see society really change, is by focusing on the individual and eliminating that problem of walking around a world where people are unexpressed.
Yeah.
You know,
In their tribes.
Huh?
In their tribes. There's
In
too many
their
people
tribes,
walking
yeah.
around in their own little. Everyone's cordoned off in their own little like.
Boy, howdy.
You know, echo chambers. We have way too much of that, and they all,
That's true.
their opinions aren't even necessarily actually their own at this point. You saw a lot of that obviously in the political realm over the last year or so.
Kind of sleeping. These
Also
people are
this-
almost sleeping a little bit. You know, they're
Can
not in touch with who they are anymore. Therefore, they can't express who they are, and nothing changes. You know, nothing's changing.
Can we normalize mental health for fuck's sake? Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Right there with you.
Self-care.
I got
Normalize
into
self-care. Normalize mental health. Normalize like being whoever the fuck you are without it being dangerous or a threat to somebody else.
And also, hey, therapy's okay.
Absolutely.
Therapy is super okay.
Yo,
Go ahead and get some.
I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for therapy.
Seriously.
This show has been mine every week the past
Yeah, therapy comes in all forms.
year.
Yeah. However you need it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
As long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself, obviously.
No, I mean, we might be boring some people to death, but
Yeah, I do that. Sorry,
fuck
with my
those
questions.
people.
I'm not funny. That's my thing. I'm not funny. I get like,
Aw.
so I
think
know I've
you're
just
awesome.
accepted it. Thanks. I know I'm awesome. I'm just not funny.
I've never thought about it before.
I don't make the jokes ever.
I'm not the jokes.
I've never had a chance to
I'm
show
like
that.
a depth question kind of.
I've known you for what, like 20 years, and I've never had a chance to think about it because I don't shut the fuck up with the
Yeah, you're the funny one. I don't have to worry about it.
No, just-
Well,
Like,
thank
this
you.
is cool. He's got it. I'll be the one that's like, you know,
I will
asking the deep
pick this
questions.
one up and carry it on my back, and I'll start throwing signals behind you of how many jokes I'm about to tell.
I need that because humor is important.
How many puns are on the way?
It's
More than we need.
It's like my lowest stats and all the things. It's my humor.
if Jay was a video, all right,
Yeah.
this is it. So, because of what you just said, let's end on this after. Well, we'll let you do your plugs and everything on the way out. But question wise, you just said it's low on my stats. So, what are your top 3 stats? If you were a video game character, what are your what levels are max the fuck out for you, or like high level? Like what traits?
Ooh,
what are the healer traits?
I have no
What
fucking
are those
idea.
usually?
Listening,
is
I don't
listening
know.
one? Like if you had
Listening would have to be one.
Sure.
Let's
just make them up. It's our own game. We're calling
so
it
I
Failure
can
Made
make them up.
Monsteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intuition.
Ooh.
Intuition's a high
All
stat
right.
for me.
Mhm.
I'm real vibey in terms of like I'm very intuitive. I'm super spiritual, so like I can pick up on the nuances that are not like necessarily tangible or clear to the eye or anything like that.
Okay.
What did you say? 3? You top 3?
Sure.
I'm
third,
really
or
I'm
third,
I'm
I
I'm
can't think of
I'm
a third. That's
I'm
my
I'm
third.
like I can really resonate with someone quickly. I don't know what that would be. But like I could
compatible with humans socially.
Yeah, I could sit with someone for 5 minutes and they'll probably tell me their whole life story.
Oh my God.
Unless you're gay and you won't make eye contact with me.
No, that's mine too. And you'd call that, I guess that would be more empathy. And
Empathy,
yeah, let me tell you, I have that same thing. Man,
Yeah.
I have this story about the script. Next next week, man, when I tell you about the script club that we went to, man,
Oh, yeah.
you haven't lived until you've had a stripper. Never mind.
I want to. Okay,
Teaser.
I'll
Wait.
Teaser.
There's no time limits here.
Okay, tell me the
you gotta go anywhere?
story.
Jamie, you
No,
gotta go anywhere?
No, I'm good.
I mean, I kind of do.
You
I kinda
can't
do.
start this. All right. Tune in next week.
We'll save it for
Find
next
out
week.
what happened.
Okay.
All right, Dane, your top
Strip
three
club in Miami.
traits.
My top 3 traits.
Yeah, what are your top 3 traits as a character in a game right now? Like if you had your stats are maxed out on 3 things, what would it be?
Oh fuck, man.
I know a few of my things in the middle and on the bottom of the level.
I'd probably
say
say empathy just because like that's the one I told her. Yeah. And then blunt communication. How do you say that?
Perfect.
Because I'll tell you, you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you what the fuck, even if you don't want to hear it, because it's best. And
straightforward.
And I don't know, my heart's pretty up there. Bow. Like I got a lot of heart with anything. Like if you want to like heart/passion in whatever I fucking do.
Yeah,
that's true. You do have that.
I admire that. That's a good one.
What are yours?
Tina.
I was too busy listening to you guys. The ability to create puns out of way too many things, or just bad dad jokes in general. Definitely one of my top stats. I would have to say probably.
I roll my eyes constantly.
Yes, you're basically.
Oh boy, do I!
Yes, I'd imagine my wife would probably say empathy for me as well. She says it to me often.
Yeah,
and then I agree. Creative problem solving.
Yeah, I was gonna say something with like being able to be a solutions guy.
Yeah,
when everybody else is not.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
strategy stuff.
Yeah, I'm good at seeing the beginning and the end, and then figuring out a weird fucking way to get there.
Solutions provider.
Never a straight goddamn line, though, ever.
No,
and it's never the way other people take. It's always my weird route. But so creative problem solving would be my third, I guess.
It's a great way.
And then if I had to pick a fourth, it's getting Dane to tell me the stripper story next week.
Yeah.
Yo,
that is currently Max. Fuck out.
You're gonna. I'm gonna look.
It's going on the notepad.
Yeah, put it in there. I'll go into what happened. I'll go into what happened. I'll go into what happened with me when I was there. Yeah.
Ripper.
Did you get a whole life story?
In
boy,
Miami.
Let me tell you, it was.
You could have told us by now, Dane.
True, but
it's saving it.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll.
You gotta leave that little
morsels for the viewers.
That'll be your teaser. That'll be your teaser.
Oh, Jamie, on the way, first off, it's been absolutely lovely catching up with you. I look forward to seeing you in the flesh again. You as well, Dane. Obviously, one of these days. Now that we're all almost fully vaccinated and shit, soon. I look forward to meeting Tim as well. But do you have anything that you want to plug on the way out? Where can people find you on social media? Where can they follow Miss Brown? And any closing remarks?
Yeah. Okay. So my website's up. thisismissbrown.com. You can find me on social media at the same name. This is Miss Brown.
It's MS, not MISS, right?
Oh yeah, Ms. Brown. Thank you for clarifying that. I'll close with just asking yourself what you need and what you want until you get an answer, and then you pursue it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I think I've lived my entire life by that ethos. So
same.
It's great. More people need to do that.
I dig it.
Absolutely.
Well, Jamie Lee, aka Miss Brown, thank you so much for coming on. It is always a pleasure talking to you. It has been a blast. And if you don't remember because your short-term memory is completely fucked like some of us, this is missbrown.com. So check her out. Follow her on social media as well. Jamie, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're lovely.
Have a wonderful weekend. Dane, recover well.
Ooh.
On it. Lots of water.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Failure Made Monsters. As always, you can check out past episodes and this episode on repeat because you can't help yourself and you love us so goddamn much at failureMadeMonsters.com. Please head over to the YouTube to Mainstream Misfits where you can find the show. That's our channel. Hit the notifications, subscription bell, all that happy horse shit. Push the like button. Just smash that motherfucker. As Graham Stephan would say, for the YouTube algorithm. I watch a lot of YouTube lately.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I'm in there.
Anyway, so and also if you guys if you prefer audio only because you're some type of weirdo, Or, no, I'm just kidding. If you like it, you can also check out the audio only podcast on all places that podcasts are found, Spotify, et cetera, et cetera. You can find those links as well at failureMadeMonsters.com. Also, follow Dane and I on Twitch. Our handles are right here on the screen at Santino the Misfit, at Dane the Great, DAYNETHEGR8, because he's so fucking cool. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. I believe our guest is hip hop artist MC that I know from back in New York City. I think he's down in South Florida now. So looking forward to chatting with him about his many adventures since and some of the new music in these studio sessions he's been doing. So stick around this week and join us for that. Don't wait in this room until then, though. That would be weird, and it's a different channel and link anyway. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Anyway, FailureMadeMonsters.com. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We'll be back next Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's how time zones work. That's it. Dane, I love you, buddy.
I love you right back, man.
Chat, thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, join us next week in the chat as well. And let us know all the crazy shit going on in your life. And in between, if you want, follow the Mainstream Misfits Discord. Link also at FailureMadeMonsters.com. And keep the conversation going when we're off the air. Thank you guys so much. We love you very, very much. Stay safe, get vaccinated, and fuck Donald Trump.